Hi guys, my name is Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. Kind of. This is a Q&A. As you can tell from the title, this is a Q&A. You guys asked for one after I offered one, so here we are. I was meant to do this to celebrate like my 6,000, but I'm on 6,000 and a half now, guys. Hello to everyone who's new and welcome to the spooky club, and I hope you like it. And I don't do Q&As very often, so since I'm doing one today, I'm gonna pick the most interesting questions. I have answered a lot of the questions that were asked in other Q&As, so check them out if I don't answer your question. Let's get into it. Random Ross, aka Ross Horror, asks me, what type of horror can I live without and why? I could probably, this is gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. I could probably live without zombies. No, I don't want to say zombies. I feel like that's such an umbrella. You know what? It would definitely be action horror. I could live without that. Maleden Couch asks, what is my favorite movie genre to watch besides horror? It would definitely be drama and thriller. That's probably a cop-out, but it's true. Would you ever like to meet one of your subscribers in person? Oh my god. That is like my life goal. I know I'm like a fucking big deal, but shit, if I saw one of you guys on the street and you were like, I know you from your video, it would be amazing. I would love that. Like, if you ever see me, come say hi and we can like go fan and we can take photos or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if you want to take a photo with me, but I want to take a photo with you. The Bat Nerd asks, if you could have a superpower, what would it be? It would be flying. I always dream about flying. Adrian asks, what would I do if I became God for one day? World peace. New World Nuisance asks, what do you think your life would be like if you've never discovered your love of horror movies? Boring. That's what I think my life would be like. Mia B. Lai asks me, what is my best movie experience? That's a really good question. I used to have this like really old TV in one of the first houses I moved out into like by myself, and it had this like, it was this huge box TV I must have got from like a op shop, thrift shop, whatever you call it, and it had like a curve on the screen, like it was super old, and it was black and white, and I used to love watching Universal horror movies on that. Other than that, I really enjoyed watching Room. If you guys have seen Room, I fucking love that movie, and that like, it wasn't because it was enjoyable about like where I was or anything like that. It was just like a really enjoyable experience. I didn't expect as much as I got out of it, and I'll never forget that movie. Hare asks, what's my favorite horror movie of 2017 so far? I'd have to say The Love Witch and Raw. I love Raw. Gory B Movie, shout out to my girl, asks, what's the scariest thing that's ever happened to me in real life? That is hard. There's a lot that happens that I can't tell you guys about, but something I can talk about because it's just involving me and it's not like a personal story. I went to Egypt when I was 21 by myself as a woman, you know, like not really a tourist thing you should do. And I was grabbed by some guys in a store and they were pretty much like holding me, and I could feel their boner against my back. I don't know how else to say it. And I really thought I was gone for. Like 3 guys grabbed me, and then I just like crazied my way out of there, because when you're crazy, people don't fuck with you. But just don't go to Egypt by yourself when you're 21. Probably a good idea. Manuel asked me, which are my top 3 movie cover artworks? I would say these 3. PJ asked me, if you woke up as an animal, which animal would you most/least like to wake up as? Most like a bear. I love bears. I actually have a tattoo of a bear, but you can't see it through the jumper. And I just loved like loyalty and hibernation, and I don't know, I just really like bears. I'd least like to wake up as an ant, I guess, because I feel like someone would just squash you in like a little while, and they're really mind controlled by like the queen, and I feel like it's just a whole lot of work your whole life. All work, no play. Zombie Chris asks, when you reach hundreds of thousands of subscribers, would you want to do YouTube full-time? Of course I would. I want to do YouTube full-time now, but I can't. I think that I would only do YouTube full-time if I was doing several other things. I would love to, you know, get a full website up, do a couple of other things that I've thought of in my head, do a podcast, definitely, and have a few outlets. I couldn't just do this full-time. I think that I need to add more onto it and make it like, you know, a full experience. But I would love to, obviously. And Mariana Neal, who is Impressions Blend, of course, asked me what immediately sells me on a film without watching the trailer. If I read like it has a good plot point. I know that sounds really vague, but if it's like something twisty and original, I like that. Not like, you know, someone walks into the woods, something's there, but like he wakes up and his girlfriend isn't who he thinks she is, or I don't know. Does that make sense? I know that's probably a really vague, stupid answer. And 2, what is something that your subs would be surprised to learn about you? My first best friend when I moved to my new primary school was deaf, so I learned sign language. I don't really remember it anymore. My favorite tea is Earl Grey. I think it's a cup of joy. And I was a junior park ranger. No, that's not some kind of like Girl Scout. It's a junior park ranger. I was out in like national parks playing with lizards. Okay, on Facebook now, Lorraine Lee asks me, do you have a favorite horror movie soundtrack? Yes, I do. Phantom of the Opera. The Phantom of the Opera is there. I'll stop now. Buy my new song on iTunes. Augustin? I believe I say your name that way. I've seen your name so much, but I've never said it out loud before. Asks me if I could survive one horror movie serial killer, who would it be? For him, it would be Cannibals from Wrong Turn. Mine, the first thing that comes to my head would be Hills Have Eyes, just because those guys are fucking disgusting. So, yeah, as long as I don't do anything to me beforehand, because I don't think I would want to live. Cynthia asked me what horror movie, if any, has given me the most nightmares. I don't think any horror movie has given me nightmares. Although when I was young and saw The Ring for the first time, and when her head's in the, you know what I'm talking about, that definitely stayed in my mind for a while. And in Martyrs, when that thing with is crawling around the bath, yeah, that gives me a little bit of creeps, but I don't think I ever got really nightmares. I get nightmares by like real things. Horror doesn't scare me. Horror is ordinary to me. She also asked me what is my preferred weapon of choice as prey in a horror flick. Gun, I guess. I'm not very strong, so I don't know. I don't really know if I had like an axe and I like swung it, if it would just fall over backwards, or maybe gun's probably the best one for me. And her last question was, what horror movie, film, if any, will I not watch alone? I watch them all alone. 99% of the time I watch horror movies by myself, so I will watch anything by myself. Matt Rose asked, which of these classics do you prefer, The Exorcist or Rosemary's Baby? That's really hard for me because I feel like those movies really tie for me, but I would definitely pick The Exorcist, I think, even though I love Rosemary's Baby. If I had to pick a favorite found footage besides The Blair Witch Project, what would I pick? I would say The Tunnel, even though I don't know if that's really my answer, just because it's Australian. Really like the idea of it. I don't know, I just find it interesting, so maybe that one. Between the original Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street, which one do you like the least? That's really easy for me. It would be Friday the 13th. I really like Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not a huge slasher fan, but I love Nightmare on Elm Street. At least the first couple, and I feel like Halloween is more psychological than Friday the 13th. So easy answer for me. Instagramlin asked me, how do I think more women can become involved in film and horror? I would like to know myself. I don't know, you just have to go to school. Like, I went to film school. A few of you have asked me if I could talk about my film school experience. If you want to know about that, let me know in the comments, because if I get enough people saying it, I will definitely do it. I think that you need to educate yourself, number one, so you know what you're talking about. And then you got to show the boys that you're just as good as them. So if you can't get your name in there, you can't just roll up, you can't go in any other way than working from the bottom, know your shit, and just be assertive. I don't really know, I'm not really in the film industry, unfortunately. I was in TV for a long time, and now I'm doing online media, so film-wise, I really don't know, but just assert yourself, respect others, respect yourself, and then people will respect you. I hope that helped. I don't know if that was just like weird advice. Shitty Thoughts 18 asked, if I was about to remake Scream, which 5 actors from the 2010s would you pick to be in it? What do you mean the 2010s? I don't understand that. Does that mean like, I don't get it. Like that were alive in 2010? That were born then? Off the top of my head, I'm just gonna pick who I want. Sorry, I would pick Jared Leto, I fucking love him. Jake Gyllenhaal, I fucking love him. Kate Mara, which might seem like a weird choice, but I think that she's so cool and creepy, and she would definitely be the killer. If you've seen her in Nip Tuck, she is amazing. And Rose McGowan. And Drew Barrymore might make another appearance. How cool would that be? I don't know if I answered your question, but that's some celebrities that I would remake in Scream 5. Keenan asks me, when is Dean and I going to come to America, and what beers is he going to buy me? We want to come very soon. I was hoping for next year, but I'm not too sure now. All the good beers, I hate to say it, lots of beers that I really like. I love like Small Ale, Colonial. That's from here. Maybe I'll bring some beers to you. How about that? I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful for you. Let me know what your favorite part was down below, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Stay spooky, guys. Bye.